do that first. Okay, chat widget is working. Let's do the things, the various starting of stream things. So, that would be tweeting and discording and closing Gmail so it doesn't bother me. Oh, there's messages in here. Okay. Of course, if anybody's actually here yet, I apologize. Okay. Tweeting. Okay, tweet, and then Discord. I don't know why my brain just like automatically did that. Let's add everyone. Yes, tell everyone. Okay. And then we'll make this small, and then we'll make this small so I can see chat. Tio, hello. Jackie, hello. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm just finishing the usual getting things in order things. And then we're gonna get going here. And I think I feel like I super have to apologize to everyone for saying I was gonna stream yesterday and then like not streaming. Happy birthday. I saw you posted that in Discord. I hope you're having a good birthday. I did make good use of my time yesterday. I got a lot of stuff organized and I actually have some polishes pulled together here so we don't have to spend a huge portion of the stream just like digging through drawers and boxes looking for the color that I think I want. He loves to read. Well, it's postponed, but also not really because I'm gonna be streaming nearly every day for the next couple weeks. Either in the afternoon or the evening, or possibly sometimes both, because I want to upload the first 12 days of Christmas tutorial this Sunday, the 9th, and then that means 12 solid days of tutorial. So I've given myself, what, four extra days of not having to do a manicure every single day. But it's a very, very busy time of year. And I mean, in theory, streaming shouldn't add to that because I'm streaming what I would already be doing. But I mean, streaming has its own challenges, and so obviously the first year I've had to deal with those challenges. So we'll see how it goes. And dealing with the whole camera thing has been super frustrating also because I really wanted to get started before now, but with the way my camera was going, and this is the testing we did before, with the way my camera was just degrading, I just didn't want to start like my favorite series of the year. Well, is it more favorite than Water Marble March? One of my favorite series with like a subpar camera. Hi, Anne. I gotta pick the kiddo up from school. Well, it'll either be a longer stream or there will be a second stream this evening. We're going to be doing some testing for what will probably be days 3 and 4. And then, depending on how I feel when that's done, I am kind of tired. My voice is not super cooperating, as you can see. We may do the Snowy Branches, which is day 1. Day 1, well, or should I say, yeah, odd number days will always be the nail art, and then even number days will always be the water marble, is the plan. And hi, Victoria. Yeah, and Tio, that's why I wanted to try and get an earlier start. I'm at least giving myself a couple extra days and hoping to have it, you know, done beforehand, so it's not like testing, recording, editing, and uploading one tutorial all in one day, but it's still a lot of all of that. Hey, Transcendent. Excuse me too. I feel like I have like a permanent frog in my throat. Let's drink more water. I have tea too, but I actually just brewed it, so it's not like steeped and it's not cold enough to, well, not cold enough, but cool enough to drink. Yeah, I really love how this testing turned out. We did this on Saturday. It must have been Saturday. And we kind of started out with the swatches. Picked the ones we most wanted to use. And then this is part of it too. Then we did the water marble testing. Once we found the colors that worked for the water marble, then we did the nail art testing. Because the whole thing is the water marble is inspired by the nail art, but not everything works for marbling. So I kind of have to pick the colors and then see if they marble and then do the nail art. So that's why we're doing our testing kind of 2 at a time. And yeah, it's cruddy throats and cruddy nails. Oh my god, I had clear on my nails. I took it off yesterday because I was planning to stream. I broke the whole tip off of this pinky. Let's zoom in here. That is not my camera settings. Where are my camera settings? I was so mad. And this is like right before bed too. It's like late, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting here with a broken nail. I was pretty fucking pissed off, honestly. Here we are. Zoom in here. Gosh, I did a pretty good job for doing this at like 3 a.m. But there, you can see that goes all the way across. It's the whole tip of the pinky. And I had just filed my nails down because I knew it was winter and I knew they were brittle and I just wanted them like nice for 12 days of Christmas. And then even closer before bed, I broke off the corner of this nail. This patch on this break failed. The only thing that's doing well is the patch on this break, on this, on my middle finger here, is holding, and the tear has grown out to about here. I know it's hard to see on camera, so I'm not even going to bother to zoom in to like show the break, but it's no longer right at that free edge, and I feel like that really helps with the patch lasting a little longer than it was, because that one was really being a challenge, and I mean, it's not the time of year, you know, 12 days of Christmas. I don't want nubs. Hi, Jersey. So, this little quick camera info first. This is my poor little old camera. It's it's really served me well. I think I looked and I figured out that this was about to be either 7 or 8 years old this year, or either it's just past like the anniversary when I bought it, or it's coming up. I don't remember, but it's had a rough life. You can see it had a case. It still has a case. I don't know where it is. When I take it with me, it just gets tossed in my purse. It's got, you know, nail polish all over the corners, and I mean, I'm actually lucky that's not like blocking the speaker or the I think is this the speaker or the microphone? Anyway, like it served me very well. I would still even recommend this as a camera. I don't know if they still sell them anymore, but basically the problem with this is after approximately a minute, give or take, maybe 40 seconds, maybe a minute and a half, it shuts off with a lens error. And when you're recording stuff, the picture jitters and jumps around. And it's still holding in there, but it seems to be getting worse. In my last couple tutorials, I really had a couple spots where it was like noticeably like, and you can also hear that sound in the tutorial of the lens like grinding against itself. So it's been frustrating. The last probably half a dozen tutorials have been with that. So over Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I bought myself actually 2 new cameras. Working outside for the 4th straight day. Now, Idaho I'm hoping I have my state abbreviation correctly. I'm trying to think, like, they're kind of like middle, upper middle, so it's probably kind of chilly transcendent. I'm gonna just show you guys quickly my new cameras. This is gonna be like my toss in my purse camera, although I do have a case for it and I am gonna use it. This is SX620. It's got 25 times zoom, and it's kind of funny because it almost feels, it's very light even compared to like my old one. I'd say this one is a little bit lighter, but my workhorse, the one that's going to be doing tutorials and the one that's going to live inside because it's heavy as a brick of lead, is the G7X Mark II. And I'm already really, just from my little brief testing of this, I'm really liking this so far. So, and compared to my old camera, God, I'd say this thing is more than twice as heavy. It's got a fat, I mean, it's still like a point and shoot type of a camera, but I mean, you can see here kind of side by side, like how much beefier it is compared to my other camera. And then here's my other new one. So like my old camera, and then this one's a little bit wider, and then this one's like the super chunky boy. And because it is so heavy, although I don't like mounting it while I'm streaming, I am going to be mounting it while I'm streaming because I don't want it sitting up there on my arm, and I may need to get another, what the hell is this little thing called? Like, this is the part that connects the bottom of the camera, and then this little ball here allows me to adjust the camera. Oh, one of the other nice things, it'll be so much easier to see what the hell I'm doing because the screen folds around. What do you want me to do? Enter a nickname? You don't need a nickname. Why didn't you ask me that before? That's fine. No, we don't want to do that. Get out of here. Okay. Anyway, I really like this foldable screen because, like, usually when it's mounted like this, I have to, like, you know, crane my neck up. So now I'll just be able to easily see. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far. I don't completely know what I'm doing, but because it is so heavy, and I've got it just in like one of my little Helmer drawers here, so it's out of the way and doesn't get polish spilled on it, although it's inevitable. It won't stay pristine forever, but this is not like the most heavy-duty piece of equipment. And even during my testing last night, sometimes if I, like, you have to press the buttons and stuff to do stuff, and then this will start sagging or moving around even though it's tight. So I'm thinking I may need to get a heavier duty, whatever the hell this mounting thing is. Thank you, Jackie. That was Monday's project. I decided to put in another protective style because it's so cold and dry and gross, but also so like I don't have to mess with my hair while I've got such a hectic recording schedule. You can watch on your break. Hi, Music Al. Boy, this throat, I don't know. Okay, so let's, what is today? Is today the 5th? Yeah. So, we'll go down here, 12, 5, 18. And we're going to be working on, and the days are a little bit flexible since I'm a little bit ahead of the game. And like before in my actual notes, I had a lot of, I had a bunch of stuff that I like decided not to go with too, like little ornaments or little candies or like musical notes that actually were a song. Can't even see where I'm pointing, it's down here. But like I was thinking of doing like, I wanted to do like a red, gold, black combination. Because obviously red's like super Christmassy, and I usually like red and gold together better than like red and silver. Yes, it is. I know the square part, that is the hot shoe part. And it's great because I actually, well, it's always kind of frustrating. I can't super show you my setup, but I have, the ring light has a hot shoe whichever the part is that you slide it into. And I got a long... I'm so bad at describing these things. I feel like I should just know the name, but it's like a 3 or 4 inch long thing. So instead of being able to just put one hot shoe in there, I can put multiple so that I can mount the webcam and my tutorial camera at the same time. Yeah, I still want to revisit the musical note idea. A couple of these ideas, the only reason that I decided not to go with them is because I decided I wanted to go with the Winter Water Marble Wonderland type of idea. And I was like, well, how... That would be kind of boring, just like a black and white marble, or otherwise I'd have to do something weird with the music notes. But I think that kind of is more of a... Not as interesting of an idea as some of the other ones were to turn into water marbles. And I was thinking of doing like some bows, and then I was like, well, I don't have bow drawing skill. I didn't feel like stamping. Then I was like, well, maybe I could do this, or maybe I could do this. My current idea is, let me write this. We're still sticking with the color scheme. But we're going to do kind of like a Christmas tree, like a dry brush Christmas tree almost. That's what we'll call it so far. And I'm considering even maybe making like a play on texture, like making them black matte using like a very chromy gold, and then like red lights or ornaments on the tree that would get accented with top coat so that they would be really glossy and stand out. Man. Maybe I should have made... My mom has this tea that she gets for when she's doing like choir concerts and stuff. It's called, I think it's called like throat coat. It's supposed to like lube up your... Sounds horrible, but lube up your throat so that you don't have like frog in your throat issues when you're about to be performing. So let's move these polishes out of the way so that I can get the notebook situated here. And then I think we're going to do like last week and swatch out all the colors, and then see what we like best, and then see if those water marble, and then see if we can get the nail art to work out and cooperate. So I think we want just like maybe a notch more zoom or two. There, that's good. I got out a couple blacks, mainly because, again, we're water marbling, and you never know what's going to want to cooperate in the water and what's going to want to cooperate with the other polishes that you're using. Like last week, you know, Harley was spreading really well in the water, too well. It was spreading so well that it was not allowing the other polishes to spread properly. So sometimes just because a color works, you may find the need to switch it out just so that it works with the other things that you're using. And the other part, of course, is that all blacks are a little bit different. Some of them are one coat. Some of them are a little bit more on the watery side. So let's just... And they can vary. There's those quality control issues like we've talked about with China Glaze. So let's just swatch out the particular bottles that I've got here. We've got OPI, Black Onyx, and I'll have to be mindful of where I put these. It's a pretty good bottle. It's not quite... I could probably make it be a one-coater. We've got Orly, which is liquid vinyl. And I think this is like... Yeah, that's kind of comparable. And then I'm pretty sure this is my good bottle of liquid leather. China Glaze liquid leather. Yeah, it's got some glitter in it. This is the good bottle. This is the one coat bottle. So I don't know if the webcam is quite picking up how much easier and nicer that was to get opaque than the other two. I've only pulled out 2 reds so far. I'm hoping one of these work for water marbling, because this is like... This is the Christmassiest, ornamentiest, nice glossy red. Both of these are very similar. This is Butter London Knees Up. And I recall that that's some sort of slang. I think it's for like when you go get a little bit turned up. But somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And it's just a very, and Butter London, I think we discussed this before too, is one of the kinds. One of the brands that has kind of a goofy bottle top, but you can ungoofify it. They're shimmers. Yeah, it's like a very satiny shimmer. And this is very similar, maybe a touch darker. This is Dreaming of Red Opi. And this is one of my favorite Christmas reds also. Yeah, it's a little bit darker. And which one of those might actually play best may depend on which gold we decide to go with. So should we go from like lightest to, or I've got some of these are more chromy, some of these are just shiny. I've got a couple hollows. I've got several, whoa. Almost dropped Bling Dynasty. I've got several brands. Oh, you're still here too. I don't know. Well, you might as well be in the running. Why not? You fit the bill. Okay, let's group these by brand, and then we'll swatch them out. Oh, I guess that's like a subconscious nail polish thing. I accidentally, automatically just grouped them up by brand. The Color Clubs next to each other, and the L'Oreals, and the OPIs, and the Orlys, and the... It's like, oh, let me organize these. Oh, actually, I already did. Yes. I mean, red is such a... It's like, oh, well, it's red. No, red has such a wide variety of tones and shades and nuances. and to me, a kind of shimmery red is a little bit more Christmassy even than just a cream red. Okay, so let's start with the China Glazes. Woo, sorry. Let's start by not knocking over the camera. That would be great. So this is Great. This is original OMG collection Great. And we had him out the other day for some other manicure that I don't quite remember. God, and your bottle is super dirty and flaky. Then, also China Glaze, we have Midnight Kiss. And this is kind of, it was very settled in the bottle, so it almost, you can see it almost looks yellower at the bottom in the bottle, but I gave it a good shake. Sometimes it sticks on the inside of the bottle and ends up looking weird, but as long as you've got the polish inside mixed, you should be fine. This is definitely like a more metallic foily finish than Great, which is kind of a linear hollow, which is not showing up on paper or on camera or in person. On the paper, is this, hold on. Well, okay. False alarm. Okay. The knees up. It does look kind of matte on the paper, but I think it's just because it is the paper. I mean, they're not. Yeah, none of these are actually matte. So if I did like another layer or a thicker layer, it would probably come across a little shinier. Next are the Orlys. This is Flare. And crap, what? For just a minute I was gonna be like, from the such and such collection, and then it like left my mind. See, that's pretty sheer. Whoa. That squirrel was really... Oh, Bean is asleep. That's why he didn't see it. Bean is right here, but he's looking out the window. That's why he's not on cam. And I thought he would have been all over that squirrel I just saw run by, except apparently he got so tired looking out the window that his little Bean eyes just had to close. Beanie, why don't you come over here in your chair, buddy? Let everybody see you while you snooze. Oh, the Santa side chick. Oh, of the comment that I didn't read because I'm a little bit of a spaz. Santa side chick. Who is Santa side chick? That's what I want to know. This is a label that's gone a little bit weird. It's like it started sliding off, but then it like glued itself back in place. It's quite firmly stuck there. This is Rage from Orly. Oh yeah, I like that so far of the ones where that I think is our front runner so far. And I almost want to say I've marbled with Rage before, so that would be great if it cooperated. How many more do we have? Yeah, I can fit 6 more here. Would be great if I could just keep these all in a line. Oh, this is Gorgeous Gold. This is a L'Oreal, which I feel like I don't have a ton of L'Oreals in my collection, but look at that. That's got a lot of cool glitter to it. It's a little bit sheer though. Like I'd probably need, I mean, and I'm keeping in mind too, like for my dry brush and showing up over black, I kind of want something that's able to stand up on its own without having like a ton of layers, and something that's going to be able to show up over black well. The other L'Oreal that I pulled out is Amazon's Flash, and this is a much more goldy gold and a much more like a traditional finish. It's not got that chunky little glitter in there. Oh, I don't mind that either. Although, again, it's a little bit on the sheer side when I think about doing a dry brush with it. But the color is good. It's kind of interesting because before that, this was my preference, and this is also nice, and they're so different from each other. But I still like both of these better than the other 4. Loves to read. My mom is Santa's side chick. I saw her kissing him under the mistletoe. This is Bling Dynasty. And I know this marbles as well. I know for a fact I've marbled with this, but I kinda don't think it's quite what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's a dark yellow gold. Almost like to the point where it doesn't quite look gold anymore. But then what color would that be? I mean, it's a dark gold, but I don't know. And I also pulled out, and I really... Goldeneye. I've marbled with this before, and I'm astonished that I have, because it's so glittery. But this is also a very Christmassy gold. Like the other golds, I like them, but they don't strike me as Christmassy golds, and don't ask me what a Christmassy gold is. Just like something that looks like it could be an ornament or a bow or something, like we said. Yeah, slightly bronze, like a golden bronze. Or like kind of like brass. Like when they say a brassy blonde. Yeah, because brass is gold colored, but it's not like goldy gold colored. Okay, and then I also pulled out Color Club Smashing Review, which is, wait, which of these is which? Smashing Review, I think, is Halo Crush, I think. Let's see how these go. No, that's too, what? Too yellow? Too green? Too yellow of a gold. It's like a slightly greenish leaning kind of a gold. And I'm assuming this must be Halo Chrome because it was... Oh no. It must have had an encounter with acetone. I think it's good as gold. The middle part of the name is like worn out. Aw. This is always frustrating when this happens. What I usually just do is like with my thumb just kind of like... Did you hear that? And then it's loose. Then you're like, well, what am I going to do? Just screw the top completely back on. That'll like seat it in there, and then when you open it again, you're good to go. And this is more of a shiny linear gold chrome. I don't mind that either. So I think I really like this one. I really like this one. I really like this one. Let's start with those. So that's Orly. That's OPI. And that's... Wait, this one? Yeah. L'Oreal. Okay. And we'll stick the rest of these over in the... Well, I was going to call it the reject box. But they're not necessarily rejected yet. You like the first one, Jackie? The, which one was that? Great. Or did you mean first looking from this direction, which is the Color Club? Yeah. Yeah, on the backup players. Okay, let's get a fresh cup. Oh, the first arrow. This one. I don't know if that still counts as an arrow. It's still pointing at it. Okay. Stick this over here. Let me get some water. I mean, I'm not leaving. It's right here. The cup. The other problem with water marbling in winter is I swear, even though I've had this up here for a while, it still feels cool to the touch. Beanie, why don't you come over here? Where people can see you. You so handsome with your scarf on. Come here. I'll give you a treat. I'll give you a treat. Oh, yeah. How dare anybody tell me my cat doesn't understand fucking English? Like, yes, please. Isn't he so handsome with this little winter scarf on? It's been so chilly, Beanie had to put his scarf on. Here's your treat, boy. Yeah, good boy. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would like any of these. So we'll see. Yeah, what a good boy, Beanie. You gonna hang out? You gonna hang out with us? What a good boy. Hi. Hi, won't you settle down? Take a little nappy poo. Yeah. Little nappy poo. Scorf. Alright, so let's start with... Oh, you know what I was gonna... I have no idea where that is. That's what I was gonna do. Oh. Poop. I was going to, oh well. Oh well. I was gonna look and, no, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Let's move this out of, oh, and I found, let me show you guys this. I found the testing of the blue icicle, but it wasn't exactly like I remembered. I remembered using different colors. This is this is back around the time of my first reciprocal, because you want to see what's on the bottom of this page? The purple that we actually ended up going with. But we almost went with a purple and maroon. We almost went with black and hollow. And we almost went with silver and hollow. Or blue and hollow. But I thought I had done it with a lighter blue, unless this is just how this fucking happened to age. I really like the hollow combos. Problem is, I remember what the hollow is, I think, but I'm not sure what the other color is. But it's kind of okay because I don't want to go with this quite shade of blue anyway, but I do like that hollow. But I can't help but think that I might be wrong about which hollow it is. What else did I find in here? Okay, let's put that away. So, Boog. Boog Swood. More than her real name. My plan that I'm realizing I forgot to execute was that I was going to dig in the bookshelf to try and find a red, because sometimes sticking in the same brand does help with water marbling. It's not a guarantee. It just is sometimes helpful. So I'm going to go over here. In fact, maybe if I point my microphone this way, you guys will even be able to hear me. And Beanie, did you knock this over? What the hell? We're going to move the stuff that's in front of the bookcase and see if we see what we're looking for. So, the other thing that's in the bookcase, and I know that it's in here, I'm just not sure where is the rest of my Sally Hansen chromes, which there's probably a gold chrome that would be super helpful to have right about now. Let's move this. Oh, you guys, the need for organization is so real. Color Club, finger paints. Ooh, miscellaneous. Miscellaneous boxes are the most dangerous boxes. Beanie toys. Okay, here we go. OPI, finger paints. Sally Hansen color foils. Success on that. What are you sitting on top of? Orly. Okay. That actually went pretty well, you guys. I'm pretty pleased with that excursion. How dare I accuse me? Because it was probably him. No. Bet it's not in here. There's another Orly box somewhere. There is another fucking Orly box somewhere. God damn it. Is it also... Oh, wait, is that it? I might... So I thought that maybe the red would be in here. It's not. So that was a success, but a failure. But... Sorry, Bean. So, what is... We have yellow gold. We'll have to add these to the swatches before we start water marbling. We have yellow gold and we have liquid gold. So these two are like... Oh, you're too reflective. You can't even see... The bottles are the colored foils. Like, where's one that you can actually see? Okay, so like, see the blue is blue. Like, these two golds are actually two different golds. But the bottles are... Can you maybe see them better? There, that kind of... It's really hard to show. And I hate that the bottles are opaque. I don't know why they decided to make the bottles opaque, other than so they could make them this shiny. But it makes it really hard to tell when it's fully... uh-oh. Okay, it's okay. I thought I put a paper towel on wet polish, but the polish was dry enough that nothing got stuck. These really need to be shaken. They have quite a tendency to separate, even when they were newer, and now they're not newer. And if you don't shake them up enough, the application is just gross. So, let's just sneak these out here too. This is yellow gold. God, looks like it even has like a slight green tint. Oh no, that's not. It looks almost green. How is that gold? How is that fucking supposed to be gold? It looks a little golder on camera than in person. I'm sorry, Beanie. Here, I'm sorry. Don't leave us, Bean. Just settle down, man. He's like looking directly at y'all. Gotta go, Jackie. Thanks for hanging out. And you too, Music Al. Thank you for spending your break with me. Oh, you'll be right back, though, in 30 minutes. I just saw the ditto. Read whole entire comments, Colette. Yeah, it does look like tarnished silver. And I don't remember if it always looked like that or not. Now, this is more gold. This is the liquid gold. But it's still not like... Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I got those out just so that I'm not like in the back of my head like, man, I wonder how those color foils would have looked. But none of those beat out my current top 3. Okay, so that also was a success but a failure. I want to just look really quick, and then if I can't find these Orly Reds, we'll get going. So we've got a box of OPI, finger paints. What's in here? China Glaze. Orly's. And what's in here? No Orly's in there. Oh, there's Zoya's in here. Oh, there's Zoya's in here. Oh my god, you guys. And what is this? Okay, not in there. Not in there. Oops. Not in there. And ooh, are you in here? Sorry, crash, bang. No, you're not in there. Are you in here? No luck, you guys. Man, I wonder if they're not in there, you know where they probably are, is in the disaster next to my desk. And the disaster next to my desk continues to grow because I'm like, oh, I don't want to put them away in the wrong spot because I'm about to reorganize my stash. But then that ends up being they don't get put away. I just end up with all these random boxes of like, oh man, my desktop is covered with nail polish. I just need to get all this shit off my desk, put the whole thing in a box, and then I can't find shit. I really wonder where they got to. It's not in here, is it? Oh, wait, is it in here? Damn it, no. There's 2 reds in here. There are 2 reds, but actually, is this the red I was thinking of? And actually, it's not a shimmer, it's a cream anyway. But guess what else I found in here, you guys? The color paints. Yay. So I won't have to search those out desperately once we get to the color paints designs. Okay, so we're gonna try the OPI Gold Rage, the OPI Black Liquid Vinyl, or not OPI, Orly, and the OPI Dreaming of Red. Well, yeah. That would be my preference. Let's not roll over that. Do we have a stick? Let's get some polish mover out. Oh, wonder if this tea is. What time? Yeah, this shouldn't be scalding hot anymore. Oh my god, yum. Butterscotch blondie tea, y'all. It's so freaking yummy. Okay, so I've still got a couple strips from last week. Well, Saturday. Do I want to... Yeah, I think I do. We'll take one of these. Scooch this out of the way. We'll do I'm kind of leaning toward gold. So we'll do one side that's pretty much mostly gold. Now, as far as the pattern for this, my thought was to do like pointy flower petal type of thing. I've done a ton. I want to say at least 3. Well, maybe at least 2. Have I done 3? Poinsettia water marbles, but it works so naturally and so good for the holidays, like, and it won't be like specifically like, hey, I'm a poinsettia, because I mean poinsettias aren't black, but it'll be slightly poinsettia inspired in the water marble version. And we'll give that just a little bit of time to dry while we're doing our bullseye. And all right, now we get to the cross our fingers part. Let's actually get this a little bit more. I'll have to see too. I might have to adjust. I didn't really test that last night. It's like my new camera's still a point and shoot, but it's a beefier type of thing. I hope I'll still be able to see, like, for water marbling. I definitely prefer being able to get like an overhead view, and because of the ring light, like I can't just like slightly overhead, or the ring light is directly where I'm trying to look at the cup. So I'll have to see. I got polish on my hand here. Oh well, what else is new? From the not quite dry swatch strip. Okay. Let's not start with the gold. What direction do we want to do this? Like this? Yeah. Yeah? I'm just visualizing. Yeah, I think we'll do this. Then we'll try the other way. And of course, you guys, we're working in a 5-ounce paper cup filled with room temperature filtered water. And we're not getting super great spread. It is the first. I should have cleaned the surface. Sometimes even a brand new cup of water could do with having the surface cleaned. And I think that's the case here. So let's do that. There we go. All right, let's try that again. Stretch it out. That's better. Whoops. See how the gold concentrates in the center and then gradually disperses? It's not dry. It's spreading very oddly. I'm wondering. Come on, push. push. This isn't gonna cut it. The gold, it would work with something else. I mean, it's not dry. It's just not spreading normally. And if I were to try and just work with it or something, you can kind of see as you draw through it how it doesn't draw completely smoothly. Well, now the black on the outside's getting dry. And this still isn't dry. It just, I'm going to just reverse the order and try that. Let's do like this. Whoa. It's not knock over polish. Stretch. Then red. Then gold. Yeah, it's like that little clump in the middle, and you can see it dissolving. It's not as obvious on camera this time, but I think you guys got a really good shot of it the first time. And what happens is, do you see how this black circle is not smooth? The edges are kind of wavy. This is working a lot better though, compared to that first bullseye. And I don't know that this sort of a bullseye would work for petals, but what if we stretch you out like this? What if... Oh, look how weird and separated it gets. Like you could... These are colors that I would say you could marble with. Like if you did like this, see this little section right here? Make this like a little bit wider and you could get this sort of scalloped, I don't know, what do you want to call that shape? It's not like a teardrop. It kind of reminds me of a teardrop, but you see how some of these other lines are very wavy. They don't have a lot of polish in them. The polish is tearing, the polish is just acting weird. But this here, this is a good segment. If you had that wide enough for your nail, you could marble with that. Hey Jesus. Where's it Jesus? Have I had this conversation with you before? Whoops. Shaking the camera. So, and these are the type of things where, like, if you're new to water marbling, this can be super discouraging because you get a bunch of sections that are weird like that with holes in them and stuff like that. But if I absolutely, in fact, maybe I do want to force the issue. What do I think of that design? Let me, and you know, how would this go if let's try this. If we start with red, the red is actually a better start than the black. Gold. That spread really nice and evenly compared to the others. Black. And that's a smoother ring, although it's still got a little bit of a weird edge to it. Red. Gold. Tapping. I don't know why it works. Sometimes can help to spread polish. What if I end on red like that? Stretch it out like that. No, that's weird. Is the camera picking up? You see what the black did there? That's partly due to not being spread completely when I did the red on top. The glare makes it hard. But yeah, see how the black is all speckled into the red? That's because it wasn't spread fully, but then when I did up and down, it spread out a little bit more. They blended a little bit. I'd have to address that. I'm talking too much too. But make this wider, like about like that. I don't like the red in the center. Yeah, let's try one of the other golds. I may return to that because I like these colors together. But if you have problems during testing and you find ways around them, don't expect your workarounds to work flawlessly when you get to your manicure, because usually you will still end up running into problems, and it's doable, but it can be a level of frustration that's not really productive. Let's go with the probably L'Oreal next. Well, I've opened it, so yes, the L'Oreal is next. And I don't think I have a black L'Oreal. So we're just going to continue with the Orly Black. Wow, look how much that spreads. This might be the one, you guys. Oh, can you do it again? There we go. I think we can fit another 3 sets of drops. Maybe just 2 drops. Oh, there we go again. That is not for me at all. What if I do like... I mean, they're still not spreading super the best. And I feel like it would be difficult to do a flower because they're not ending with a super large middle ring. Of course, I could do a couple drops toward the center. Let's just see how this turns out. I like how this L'Oreal is acting in the water better than the other one, at least. See, we talked the other day, too, about having holes in your center and whether or not that matters. Let's try this over this side. Just see how these show up. That's interesting. So, this was the black side. This was the red side. Look how differently the gold shows up over the black versus over the red. Like it's the glitter of it. It's a shimmer with a very fine glitter to it, and that tends to disperse when you water marble, making it more sheer than even like when you're painting it on your nails. But it's interesting how much the black makes it pop, even though it is sheer compared to the red. So I mean, I guess I still would like to test it over gold, but for right now, black is the front runner as far as base color. So let's also try Goldeneye. And for Goldeneye, I'm going to switch out the Orly Black for this OPI Black, so we have all 3 same brand. Just noticing we're missing the cute little Nugget's face here. He's so comfy. His red scarves are my favorite. He also has a couple cream scarves, a couple gray scarves, and a little pink scarf that I'm not a huge fan of the material it's made out of. This black is actually more empty than I would prefer for water marbling, but we can make it work. I'm confident. Let's stretch this and get in here with the gold. Oh, look at that. This is another one. You see, the glitter is a little bit larger than in the L'Oreal, but it has that same sort of dispersed. These 3 are actually all very similar. The one difference is the Orly one did not want to cooperate with the other colors in the water, and it didn't spread this evenly, I think, as the other 2. And then would we end it on a red or end it on a gold? End it on a gold. Even though it looks very full and it's not spreading properly. That's probably a couple too many drops. What I'd want to do is consider consider what I really want as the center and then adjust my starting color. Oops. Adjust my starting color with that in mind so I could end it with that, but with slightly fewer drops. And this is an instance where, let me block the glare here. In the center here, you can see where the gold and the red mix together versus like this ring of gold where the gold is very distinct. But in this case, the blending is kind of pleasing. Let's see how that dips. Let's get that whole strip. Ooh. See, like that? Then you're actually, like, both these golds are nice. They kind of come through. Of course, I didn't use either one. Now, see, now we've got some decisions to make. Because I would like to see this gold over black. And in cases of both of the golds, I would kind of like to see them over themselves as a base color. Because this base color was the Orly. Because that's what we thought our favorite was. Like, this would be really, like, you picture that on the nail, like this section. This is a little bit ripply. We'll see. Let's prep up this other, whoa, this other strip here. Let me adjust and move some of these things. All right. Lay this out so it can dry, and I'm just using, as usual, excuse me, one of my plastic shoebox lids. This squirrel, I was just tempted, like if he had sat there a minute longer, I was going to take Beanie's cam and point it out the window. Because he's like running back and forth with his mouth just, I mean, he must be trying to, you're a little bit late hooking up your little nest, squirrel. Okay, so let's open this up. We'll do, this side will be black, side closer to the center. And then I usually just put like a little dab. Oops, I'm off camera. That's not helpful. A little dab as a reference for what base color I used. So in cases where I use two, see, that would be hard to do as an opaque base color. I mean, I suppose it's actually not out of the question that I use the Orly as a base, because I mean, you see how hard it is to get the glitter, ooh, God, evenly distributed. Like, it still looks a little bit bald in the middle. That's another question I'm gonna have to answer. And then on this one, we'll also do black on the middle, or toward the middle. And then we'll add the other L'Oreal. This one I feel like just as a polish applies a little more evenly. Like, it would be easier to use it as a base color. But even this one, I'm kind of wondering like what it would look like over the other gold as a base. Oops. Please don't turn over. Get some of the scum off of here. In fact, let's clean off this whole surface. Let's take one drop and just stretch it completely to the edges and let it dry. That will get rid of all the scummy bits. I don't know what they're doing out there. All right, all clean. So, like, of these two, like, which do I actually like better if I'm picturing too these colors. Of course, the other consideration is with the nail art, the idea was to have the black as the base. So it would also make sense to use black as the base for the water marble, because then the gold will maintain the same personality between the two manicures. We'll still do both these tests. We'll just see. Do I want to switch the order on this? Yeah, I think I do. Because that shouldn't be a problem because it's spread fine. Okay. So I think I am going to try and cram 9 drops in here again. Actually, I don't think I even did 9 drops for this the other time. We're going to try and cram 9 in this time. And just see how that goes. And this is with the Orly, come on here. The Orly Black and the L'Oreal Gold and the OPI Red. And I mean, I suppose I could just try the Butter London Red, but I kind of don't feel like it's necessary. This red is doing what I'm asking it to. It's not behaving poorly. And deserves to be rewarded. It deserves to be part of the manicure. See, that's... It doesn't end well on a red, because the red doesn't push the other colors enough. So I kind of really want... Come on here, to end with gold. Come on, push. Push, push. Push, 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 push. Push, push. There you see it getting just a little bit bigger. Still kind of difficult. See, and even if you open it up to the side, it doesn't completely, like, spread out. And I kind of took too long. I can see that outer. Of course, you know what? Let's maybe that's the problem. This Orly is drying too fast. Let's try the L'Oreal, but with the OPI Black. That seems like a good idea. There we go. Surface all crappy and dirty again. But, like, sometimes it seems to matter more than others. It's kind of weird. Alright. OPI Black. Stretch it. Gold. Red. Black. Gold. Red. See, even that one, you see this, the edge where they meet? Oh, the camera's not quite picking up. You can see a little bit right there, like the gold almost overlaps the black. Maybe I should have left these in the other order. The blending is always a problem of when you're not getting, the colors aren't wanting to spread properly. Yeah, the gold stays really wide there. Maybe I should just switch the order again. And one of these polishes, I mean, I'm used to how nail polish smells. I don't love it or hate it. One of these is kind of powerful. But of course, be sure to work in a well-ventilated area, blah, blah, blah. Don't huff nail polish. Drugs are bad, okay. I mean, anybody that's, like, really sitting around trying to huff nail polish fumes, please, like, stop. It smells gross to, like, discourage you from huffing it. Okay, let's go back to the black first. Stretch, then the red, then the gold. Do another round. Black. That was not a very big drop. That can be a problem sometimes too. Red. Gold. And see, now there's one where it was reacting more like the Orly, breaking away from that one clump Maybe it's not shaken enough. I shook the hell out of all of them. See, the black's not spreading. Push it, red. There we go. A little bit of a push. Squeeze one more gold in there. Now let's Yeah, I'm feeling like maybe this gold, as much as I like it, it's not bad to water marble with, but it's not ideal to water marble with because I'm not getting as many rings as I want, so that means I'm not getting as much potential design area as I would like. Because I'd like this to be at least a 2-finger dip. And again, it's much bolder over the black, like over itself. I mean, it's very gold, but over the black, it's like almost seems shinier and more metallic. Seche Vite does kind of have a strong scent. I think in this case it was probably the L'Oreal. The worst thing I work with, of course, is the gel cure spray. God, and the gel itself, those are nasty. But they're worth it. IMO, as they say. Okay. Sorry. I really would like to get to the testing of the actual nail art part of this, but I gotta come to a decision on the water marbling aspect of it first. I should have changed the order on this just to see. Oh, I need to find another bottle of Orly Black and combine them or something. Orly Black, OPI Black. Yeah, you know, I think this gold is definitely water marbling the best. Like, I feel like there's a little bit of issues. I said I was going to use fewer than 9 drops on this, didn't I? And then I just, like, completely didn't. Of course, if I decide to really use that center blended area, like this. But I mean, that would probably only be one nail at a time. Because I mean, there's only one center. That's the problem when you really want to use those blendy parts. And see, now how do I want to quite do this so that I actually can see? I think I want to bring this over just a little bit closer. I don't want a gap between them because I want part of this blendy area. Like that. I mean, I feel like this definitely looked better with the Orly Gold as a base. I think we need to do some more testing, or some beginning testing of the nail art and see. Because the other thing with these is I'm not confident. Well, we'll see. Where's our notebook? Let's stick this water over here where it will hopefully not get knocked over. Are we wet here? Don't want to get the notebook wet. So here we are back in the notebook. Let's, how do I want to do this? Let's just do a couple of black squares. Or even like a black, just a black block. Then we'll need to let it dry just a minute. And we'll see what these goals look like with like a dry brush technique over the black. Because if that doesn't work with any of these three, or any of these two, really, I mean, because the Orly doesn't water marble. So it's kind of out of the running for the nail art. The two that do water marble, I'm not thrilled with, but they're workable. So let's see how they work on this, or otherwise we'll have to go back to our other golds. Oops. And consider other options. Alright, that's enough. Welcome back, Music Gal. We didn't fail. I'm just not super happy with with what I did. Let me get these on camera. You can see while this dries. Of course, there's a thought too. I could do some drag marbly type of, so many options. So let's see. This is the OPI gold with the Orly as a base. Is that right? Uh-oh. Yeah, let's flip it this way. Then it'll make more sense. This is the OPI gold with the Orly gold as a base. This is the OPI gold with itself and black as a base. And then this is the L'Oreal gold with red and black as a base and itself and black as a base. And I'm not super in love with any of them, honestly. I just feel like, I don't know. Bottom left. Okay, bottom left for you is this one. Which actually, that's the one I was saying, yes. It was not intentional, but it was a pleasant bleed in the center here, where we ended with gold and it bled with the red. And it's kind of what I attempted to recreate in this one. Like, it's really hard to get at an angle. It's not flattering over gold or over black, and it's not as flattering over itself, I think, as it is over the Orly. And you can see the difference in the base colors right here. That's the Orly, and this is the OPI. So, but my holdup with this was, well, then I'm only going to be having like one nail's worth. Maybe I could work it so I could get 2 nails worth. If I do... If I do each of these like a nail's width and then just do this, like I was talking about before, instead of going for the whole chevron design on my nail, just going for each... God, what the hell shape is this? I feel like there's a word for it. Cannot think of it. This dry-ish. I mean, I would love for this to just freaking cooperate. I wonder... Maybe I should... Well, this is not quite dry. I'm thinking maybe I should do one more test. Because... Well... I'm so torn here. Yeah, let's... Where'd you go? This China Glaze Midnight Kiss is kind of similar to the Orly. It's leaning slightly greener, but like the swatches, If you see, you can kind of tell here, this is the Orly, this is the China Glaze. So we're going to try this one in a water marble with the OPI Red and the China Glaze Black. Oops. Where'd my napkin go? Here we go. And then we'll see how they dry brush. Yeah. So, God, you can tell how much more opaque that black is. Ooh, just by how it looks in the water. That gold spread amazingly well. Can we stretch here? Come on, you spread really good before. What? Oh, come on, you're being weird. Don't be weird. Water marbling, you guys, I swear to God, is the most frustrating thing. Now you're making the red weird. I mean, look at this. That's not normal. No, I haven't tested how any of them dry brush yet. Like, why did this just happen here? The first drop spread so well. The second drop turned into a little amoeba and made the red turn into an amoeba. I mean, you could still use the part that's, you know. Oh, are you? It's dry. Drying. You see the stick? Compared to like the red and the black. It's Of course, I was just sitting there complaining about it for 5 minutes straight, but not really, but you know what I mean. Let's switch the order. That was super weird. So, okay, switch these around like that. Black, red, gold. Okay, it spreads flawlessly. The second drop doesn't move. I'm feeling so stumped right now. Ooh, not smooth drawing either. Nope, so much for you, China Glaze. That's not something I want to put on my nails. I mean, it could be worse. It certainly could be worse, but I don't want to put that on my nails. Okay. Dry brushing. Yeah. Ciao, baby. Sorry. That's very weird though. The way it spreads, just like gorgeous, beautiful spread, and then the second drop's like, nah. So dry brushing is my initial thought. I'm not hard set on it. Yeah, this is pretty dry. For those who don't know, dry brushing is basically like, you can use nail art brush, and I'm not ruling that out yet either, but basically you take the brush and, you know, normally when you take it out, you want to load polish on one side of the brush. You want to get rid of almost all the polish. going to do a couple just like test strokes off to the side here. Like you want a very strokey looking like that. Maybe I'll just pick some up out of the neck and try to see. The thing though would be not just, so that's too much polish. With these, they're so glittery, it's hard to get enough to see without it being too much. Like, same thing with this one. Like, that's actually not too bad. So if I can get something like that, like, I mean, the idea was for it to be Christmas tree shaped, and that doesn't look like a Christmas tree to me. Oops, oh, apparently the camera's doing weird shit, and even if I'd been on camera, you can't see what the hell I'm doing. Come on, there we go. So, I don't like that. I don't like either one of those. I mean, I could try to freehand a tree or do like a less brushstrokey type of a thing. Maybe... where are my new brushes? Maybe I just need to use a non-nail polishy brush. But none of these are like quite... maybe like that one? I don't know if I should try to just paint the Christmas tree, or if I should just use a non-preferred... God, these really turned weird. These Sally Hansen chromes, both of them look silver now. That's just like a weird settling effect. Maybe, okay. Maybe, so I'm thinking slowly, gears are turning. Maybe I discounted some of these golds. Maybe they would look better over black than I'm giving them credit for. Well, I already know that, like, I mean, Great does good over black, I think. Well, no, we weren't using it over black before. What were we using it over before when we had it out? See, I've still got too much polish on the brush. Can I, like, take some of the polish off as I keep stroking? Kinda-ish. Still doesn't look very much like a Christmas tree. I guess it kinda does. The top should be a little point like that. Oh, we're not. Let me... Yes. That's what it was, Musica. See, that's not gold enough. What would be... I'm just trying some of the other ones now, and if they look decent over black, I guess we'll see if they water marble. This is that other Orly. Oop, too much. Too much polish. I hate dry brushing. I love the look. I hate trying to do it. I suck at getting the appropriate amount of polish on the brush. I don't like that gold either. Over black. I almost like this Christmas tree. Almost. What is the other... Is it... Yeah. Too much polish. impossible to get the right amount. And whenever I see, like, everybody has some technique that they're like, when I see other people do that well, I'm so impressed. For me, it's dry brushing. I cannot get the appropriate amount of polish on the brush. Yeah, but it's not as gold as I wanted. Of course, maybe I need, no, where here. Let's take a look here. It does look golder with top coat. It's still not as gold as I wanted. I mean, maybe I need to just keep looking for more golds. Which one was that? Oh, that was... Let's see how this looks. Like, in my head, I was picturing something that was just, like, gold. That might be a thing. I thought of that. I don't know if I don't know. I didn't know. Something more kind of like... I feel like that almost could work too. Just kind of... But it's not gold. It's... Fuck. I'm sick of saying it, and I'm sure you're sick of hearing it. It's not gold enough. Do I need to give up the idea of a black background? I really like the idea of a black background. Big Bad Mom, yeah. That's the main struggle, and I didn't think it would be that hard. It actually... This one is not that bad. When you catch it in the light, like from here, it looks like it's nothing. But when you do like this... Actually, this one's not that bad if you get it at the right angle either. Which one was that? I'm losing track. I think that was the other Orly or Bling Dynasty maybe. But I don't, like, none of these is like really ticking my buttons as far as like, okay, we're gonna go on another short, small mission. We're gonna try and not knock the shoe boxes off the back of Beanie's chair. And I'm just realizing I've got like nail polish all over me, and I'm trying to be careful of this patched nail and not like stress the... Wait, did I already? I did. Fuck. Fuck! It's gone. This... God, look how... This is why I'm doing the testing first, is because I get nail polish all over myself. But... This corner, which I had fixed, has broken off somewhere and it's too small. I have no idea where it went. So now I either get to file this nail down when it's already freaking the shortest nail on this hand, leave it lopsided so it just looks dumb the whole 12 days of Christmas, or waste a bunch of time doing a corner extension. Oops. Down here is the gold and silver and yellow and orange drawer. No, not that. I'm kind of mad too, because somewhere in my disorganization I have a gold Essie that is a chrome that I know water marbles, and I can't find it. I found the other two of the collection, a silver and a copper, and I don't know where the gold is. Okay, we're gonna do a few more swatches here. God, this sounds like water in here. Is that the one with the from the collection with the silver and the copper Essie Good as Gold musicale? This one, the strokes on these branches. I kind of like that too. That's the one where I just did all One Direction. One Direction, haha. Okay. Grump face. Okay. We've got original Sally Hansen chrome nail makeup. We'll sneak that in here. Oh God, you've discolored. It's just like the other one. It's something about this pigment that they're using. I'm 90% sure this was almost color accurate to the polish a couple years ago. Now it's the same weird, almost exactly, same weird tarnished silver looking shit. God damn it. I see my thing. The reason that makes me mad is not necessarily because it doesn't work. It's because 97% of nail polish, 20 years old, it's fine. A certain small percentage, like I said, I'm estimating like 3%, something weird in the pigments happen and they change colors. Did I? That was recent. Ah! Thank you, Musical. It was literally okay. It was literally right there. In fact, oh my God, I'm so dumb. Oh my God. I swear, I'm losing it. I am losing my shit, you guys. Oh, these are great options right fucking in front of my face. Oh my God. Okay. We have 6 more colors to swatch. I'm gonna put, okay, just quick, short, brief organization. This. Actually, maybe I don't want to put that away quite yet. I'm not gonna use that. Like I just said earlier, I'll take stuff and I'll just clean off my whole desktop and put it in a box. In this case, there's a pile of stuff. I'm so behind with things. I uploaded the polish testing for, must have been, was it the Burgundy Gradient or also for the Water Marble? Did I test them for both? How far back was that? Yeah, see, some of these are out for the Water Marble. In fact, I think several of them are. It's sitting there, waiting to get updated in the YouTube description. I'm so mad at this broken nail here too, by the way. Not just because it's broken, but because I spent time fixing it and now it's broken again. And I have to do something with it. So the stuff's all sitting there waiting to be added. And my eyes just like went repeatedly over it. This is so, I thought I had patched this really good. I mean, it was just a small piece. It's like such a small piece that I almost felt dumb doing it, but it made such a big difference. I think I'm just going to file it down. I don't have the patience to repatch this. I just don't. And it's only on my right hand. And yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I'm just taking a minute. I've got like nail polish all over here. I'm just taking a moment to deep breathe and just clean up a little bit. Okay, let's swatch these out. What else do I have here? Essie, Good as Gold. Where are we? And it's not yellow enough, but like, actually, you know what I should do? I should get another patch of black down here to be drying, because we're gonna need to test how some of these dry brush. Whoa, got enough black? Sure we do. I'm kind of irritated because I didn't think it. I knew I would have problems finding a good gold chrome to go over the black, like Big Bad Mom said. And hello, I don't even know if I said hello, but I didn't think I would have this much trouble. I thought I had some good candidates in mind. I thought I would be able to like just make it work. So yeah, this is the Essie, and it's very chromy, and I'm pretty sure it'll probably show up good over the black. It's not super yellow, but I definitely want to at least try that with dry brush. We got some old Sally Hansen salons. I think both of these. This is Guilty Pleasure. Back to the speech therapizing. I don't know if that's even a real word, but I don't think I pronounced it very well. But thank you for hanging out, Music Out. Thank you for helping me find the Essie Good as Gold. Have a good day. Did I name this? This is Guilty Pleasure. And that's I like that yellow. Yellowness of the gold, I should say. Quite a lot. I also pulled out Tassel, which is a little bit darker-ish. Yeah. Not quite to that brassy tone like we were talking about earlier, but like a little bit, as opposed to a yellow gold, I would almost want to call it like an orangish gold. Definitely darker than Guilty Pleasure. Then, of course, I know this would show up over the black. This is Misa Ghetto Fabulous. Possibly the yellowest gold in my collection. I mean, this thing is yellow, very gold, and it stamps, so I would think it would probably show up pretty opaque and well over black. And 24K from China Glaze. Excuse me. I like that too. It's kind of actually similar in tone to Ghetto Fabulous, but not quite as dark. And then Rollin In Cashmere, OPI. And I feel like this one's maybe going to be a little bit light. And I wonder how any of these would water marble also. Yeah, see, that's those three. Those three would make a very pretty and very, very subtle gradient together. And I honestly, at this point, I'm kind of frustrated. I would be tempted to switch direction and try and just do that, and then do some black and gold or some black and red stuff on top of it. Except I already got a lot of gradients going and in this series, and I don't want to add any more. I'm just, while the rest of this black is drying, I'm just filing down this nail where the patch failed. Get rid of that rough edge, try to even it out a little bit without losing too much of the length. This nail is such a problem for me. This is the one that I broke like right before bed last night. I lost sleep to repair this nail, and the repair has failed. That's the irritating part. Oh, it looks so short. And it also always bugs me because it'll look so short, but it actually is one of my nails that has kind of a longer nail bed. So it's not as lopsided to the other nails as it sometimes appears, but it bugs the hell out of me. It'll look much better once it's got some polish on. There. I think that's going to be that. And is this just about dry? Almost. And the thing with dry brushing is, of course, you need the polish underneath to also be dry, or you're going to end up doing something that's more like drag marbling. So, I think, which ones do I for sure? For sure the China Glaze and the Ghetto Fabulous, and for sure Essie. And then I probably we'll see how some of these more metallic ones come out. I had my Essie Mad About You out because I was initially thinking that like a matte black background would be cool. I kind of mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but I know people are coming and going all the time. I was thinking, you know, like a matte black background and then like a chrome gold and then the red really pop out, very, very glossy. Maybe I should... What's this one look like with a little bit of top coat on it? Was that the Color Club? You know, that one actually doesn't look bad. It's not as gold as I wanted, but it actually isn't horrible. I almost... Now I'm double reconsidering too. Like maybe I shouldn't use the actual brush out of the bottle. The one dry brush that I was kind of most satisfied with, I used one of my other nail art brushes. It was still kind of dry brush technique as far as not having a ton of polish on the brush, but it was easier, a little bit easier to control it when it was just a smaller brush rather than the wide brush out of the bottle. Okay, let's give this a try. So we've got the China Glaze here. And like I said, just like wiping, getting that a little bit, but not too much. Not too little, not too much dry brush. See, that shows up well, but I'm not getting like the dry brushiness. Some brushes too. I mean, some polishes, you guys know, have different brushes inside of every bottle, and some bottles are, or some brushes are easier to dry brush with than others. The Misa. Ooh. Yes. Oh my god, I'm off camera. I'm sorry, you guys. Can I catch this with the light? We're running out of room as we get to the bottom of the page here. I'm knocking over bottles. This is the Misa Ghetto Fabulous. Where'd my top coat go? I want to see how that looks. That is our current front runner. I wonder if it water marbles. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you guys. That's it. Who are you? Is it snow? Oh no, it's snowing again. Yeah, I know, Beanie. Isn't it lame? Hi there, Beans. Let me, I wonder how much snow we're actually supposed to get. Hold on just a second here. Like sometimes when I don't plan to leave the house, I don't pay any attention to the weather. I don't know if it's 30 degrees or 20 degrees or -10 outside. But with my car in the state that it currently is, I really should stay on top of the snow. I really like how boldly that shows up. Can I? A little bit. It's hard to get across on camera. I think the top coat helps. Come on, Weather Channel here. Snow in view. Yeah, no shit. How much snow? Oh, not very much. Oh, just a little bit. Okay. It's fine. Nothing to panic over, folks. Everything is just fine. It's fine, Beanie. Hi. What? What do you want? You can't jump up here. We're working with nail polish. Settle. Let's try the Essie. Hey, Julia. It was sucking until just a minute ago, and then I think no, Beanie. I think I found a polish that I actually want to do this design with now. Ooh, that's way too much. Dry brushing is just like super tricky for me. I feel like you were maybe here the last time I was trying to attempt some dry brushing, and that didn't go super well either. Ooh, the Essie's doing really good too, though. It's not as yellowy, but it's showing up really great, and it's doing pretty good dry brush if I can get the right amount on the brush. Trees with snow, heck yeah. That's actually, I'm going to be doing some tree branches with snow, with like a little gradiented background. That's actually the next manicure, which I haven't decided yet if I'm doing a long stream or if I'm going to stream again this evening. But that's snow on branches is actually what's coming up next for me. I like that. Let me see how this looks with the with top coat on it. No, that's, I mean, it's not as gold like between these two, but you see the Essie really, it's very opaque. The Misa, it's like you got to get it at the right angle for it to, for you to really be able to see the gold of it. I like both of those. Okay, so now you guys switch it up. Get the cup out here again. Let's we used up all our strips, so we'll fold up a couple more strips. Might only need just one test though. And see how these, of course, now what I should have been paying more attention to how the black and the red was really interacting together. Because now I'm not sure. I know I don't have a black Misa. I might have a black Essie somewhere if I want to try and dig that out as far as for marbling purposes. But maybe I'll just stick with, which were we getting the best results with? We've already done a few water marbles, but we weren't super thrilled. I think, yeah, we'll use the OPI and see how that cooperates with both of these. And let's cross our fingers. If either one of these works, I'm happy with that. And I may do a little bit more testing with each, but I probably won't decide which one right away, because this is going to be the red, white, or the red, white, and green. Red, black, and orange. Red, black, and orange. Red, black, and gold is going to be days 3 and 4 of the 12 days of Christmas. Day 1 and 2 are going to be the snowy branches and the related colors, water marbles. Water marble. Yeah. And that, like I mentioned earlier, the tutorials are going to start going up on YouTube Sunday. So starting Sunday on my YouTube channel, 12 straight days of tutorials. And between now and the end of that, we'll be live streaming 12 tutorials worth of extended tutorials and testing. If you don't know about my YouTube channel, I mean, most of you guys are following me from YouTube, but anybody that's like discovered me on Twitch, I have a YouTube channel. It's got 9 years of tutorials. It's got, I think, 700 videos now. And yeah, if you want to get inspired, there's a lot over there. So let's prep this up. We'll do kind of like the other one and try to make the most out of this testing. We'll do half black on each of these and half with the gold that we'll be marbling with, and see how both of these marble. And I really, between now and doing the tutorial, I really need to find another bottle of OPI black. I'm sure I have another half full bottle somewhere, and just combine it with this bottle. Even though I don't always like combining them like that, because like I said, if you got a bottle of the good quality control formula and a bottle of the quality control formula, I don't really want to mix those and just end up with like a middling one. I would rather have like the end of the good one separate from the rest of the bad one. Yeah, this Essie is so nice and opaque. Of course, so is Misa Ghetto Fabulous. I need to pick up a backup of this. Not sure if Misa even makes polish anymore. It's so good. It stamps. It stamps like that. I would say it's probably my go-to gold stamping polish. Okay, so we'll try the Essie first. And, oops. Where'd the, we had a napkin here, didn't we? Is it this one? Maybe. It is now. And we'll just clean off the surface here, because the surface is looking kind of gross from before. Just like we did earlier, stretch out all the way to the sides. Let it dry just a second. And then we will pull it out. And we've got a nice clean surface. So, where did I put the red? Over here. Whoa. Let's... Okay. Cross our fingers here. Oops. Okay, that was close. I almost thought I did put my elbow directly onto the little swatch of still wet polish. Beanie, why you turn your back on everybody? The way he's just laying like, I don't even want to see you guys. Alright. Black. Gold, whoa. Red, spread, okay. Black. Gold. How far are you gonna push? This is frustrating. It's too powerful. It spreads too good. I'm gonna just even on the same bullseye, I'm gonna see how it reacts when I put them in the other order. If I do black after the gold, see, the black doesn't want to spread at all, and then the red also still doesn't want to spread until you get that next drop of gold in there. So the Essie, I have marbled with this Essie before. It was with the other colors from the collection. So they had kind of, I always think of it as kind of density. Like if you have things that are similar density next to one another, you get really nice, even rings to the water marble. If you get something that's like super dense and then something that's like super not dense or super light, you get these rings that are all, I mean, where even did the black ring go? You can kind of see it. You can't see the red at all there, and the red is much thinner than the gold ring. So if we wanted to use the Essie, we would probably have to reconsider our marbling polishes, which is not impossible. But it would be so much easier on me if the Misa just cooperated awesomely. Let's see. Whoa. Alright, black. Gold. Oh, that's a nice... It spread really smooth, but it didn't spread as fast as the Essie did. That's encouraging to me. Come on. I can see a little bit of blending, the edge where the gold meets the black, but it's not bad. We're getting a wonky ring, but it's better than the Essie. Barely. Oh, they're really loose though. This actually, I mean, something like, I mean, of course, you can always do this, no matter how weird polishes are getting. You could do some kind of weird pop pattern like that, and that actually doesn't look bad at all. I'm gonna do that. I'm pretty much leaning away from using the Essie, so I'm just gonna dip this weird pattern on the Essie side, even though it was with the Misa. And then I'm gonna try and switch the order of the colors and see if these spread a little better. The other option that I did briefly consider is just doing like a black and red water marble and then accenting along the edges with gold by hand when I'm done, because golds can be so difficult to get them to water marble. Black, red, gold. Black. See, the black's just sitting there. Come on. There we go. A little bit. Red. Gold. Black. I'm pushing it here because it's already not wanting to spread, and I'm trying to add a couple more. No, I'm not. I'm stopping right there. I'm stopping at 7 drops. Those are bigger rings than I would prefer. I really like going with about 9 or 12 rings. But this is work withable. I mean, you could do something with this. The colors are smooth for the most part. Could do a little something like this. We could get some chevrons. Do something like that. You get a little bit more of the tearing again too. Kind of like with this random design, but it's a little bit more structured. Looks really bold over the gold too. Not as much over the black. I want to do... Let me try this. We've got one more thing of strip ready to go. So I wonder if I'm just looking at how the red is actually showing up over the black, which is, I mean, pretty dark. So, and one thing I only tried with one of the other golds. I suppose I could try it with this gold too. Except this gold isn't super cooperating. Oops, oh no. Okay, they're all wet enough that they still stuck on here even though it fell completely upside down. That's nice. Let's do both of these sides with red. And then let's try one just black and red and one black and red and gold over the red as a base color. Oops. And then I think our testing is going to be done. And then I shall decide whether I'm working on a tutorial or whether we are doing another strim later. Okay. Let's do, oops. Let's do the black and red and gold one first. And gold. Yeah, nearly empty bottles are so irritating to try and water marble with and get decent sized drops out of. Come on, push it. Whoa. Let's sneak in one more. Because I felt like the other one didn't have a lot of black present in it. Oops, we're slightly... The heck was that sound? That sounds weird. Could also, I mean, do something like wonder how a spiral would turn out with this, if it would be just too busy. Let's do like that. We'll do an inside out spiral like this.
I picked up 2 cows today.
And around like that. That's not my favorite spiral ever. But oh, it makes it kind of a much warmer sort of a gold. That's kind of interesting. Now this one, let's just the black and the red and see how they work together. Because I mean, I've only done them with the gold so far, but I think we might be able to get, like I said, something where we can hand accent with a gold. Black and red. Black and red. So what's that? 4, 5, 6. Come on here. The red is, or they're a little more stubborn than I thought. See if we can get 8. That's 7. I mean, definitely with any of these, the original kind of poinsettia pattern that I was considering is out. We're not getting enough rings to make that real viable. Now, what if I... So it's kind of like what I was doing last time, but I don't intend to swirl it. Or maybe I should swirl it. The phone again. Also not for me again. I'm just going to do that for now, because this is just going to be a test to see how that would even look. I'm going to need to let that dry before I can try accenting it with gold. So, I mean, we got some. I'm feeling less finished and less super confident than I did after the snowy branches testing. Like the snowy branches testing, I feel like was super successful. Like that's ready to go. I know exactly what's happening with that. This, I feel a little bit more like, man, we have a little bit more work to do before either the freehand or the water marble is really fit to go on the nail. I definitely am going to need to work on let's actually turn this upside down, make it a little bit easier to see. Like, some of these are okay. Some of these just look like lumps. Some of these, there's an angle. This is Ghetto Fabulous, and this is the Essie. So it's going to be one of these two. But which kind of a... Do I want to continue trying to dry brush with the brush? Do I want to get a little smaller nail art brush? Do I want to try and recreate any of these Christmas tree shapes? I kind of actually like this one. And this one, if I could catch the light with it right, is actually not bad either. But this needs more work. And what is it? It's Wednesday today, and it's already 4:30. That's not really that late though. What did I start at 2? So we've been going like 2 hours and a little bit. Well, what the hell? OBS tells me. 2:08. I think I'm gonna keep going, and we're gonna get this on my nails. So let me pop up a BRB until, let's say, 4:40. Nah, 4:35. That gives me 10 minutes. Oops. 35. And do I have some music queued up somewhere? Let's get you guys some music. The wonderful, the one and only Unwritten Return. And when I come back, we'll do a tutorial. Okay, stop. I have returned. Thank you for your patience. Okay. So we did this testing. Oh, let's turn off the BRB. We did this testing for the Snowy Branches, which is day 1 of the 12 Days of Christmas nail art, on Saturday. And hey there, Bean. Come on, get back in your chair, bud. Good boy. Good boy. And we've got the colors over here. So let's kind of transition my desk from testing mode to actually like doing mode. And actually I'll probably do most of this. Is this dry yet? Yeah, before we do that, let's do one more piece of testing on this here. Let's do I have a, let's use this computer. What are you doing? Why are you making so much noise? It's like a drive check thing, and I don't know where I need to go to reschedule it because it seems like it almost always pops up while I'm streaming, and I find it really super distracting. So I got some new nail art brushes. They're great. They've got these caps that protect them. Except then the caps are like, you can't see what's inside of them. I'm trying to remember which one of these. These are like the 3 smallest ones. I'm trying to remember. I think I was using this long one for doing the branches. Then we've got like a tiny one and a slightly less tiny one. So let's use the medium-sized one. We'll keep that one out because we're going to use it in our next one. Oh, the caps do fit on that, and that's nice. So let's take out just a little bit. Actually, let's blot off the rest of this water. This is mostly dry. Sometimes there's still water on it even after the polish is dry. And that, okay, the end doesn't want to stay, actually. So, rolled under my desk. Like, I had it, stuck on the end, and it was just like, ping, no thank you. So, we'll not do that. Let's get a little bit of the Essie and a little bit of the Misa. And like it would really be nice. We've got some bleeding in the center here. Let me zoom in a bit. I feel like you probably even can hear my computer doing its thing here. We've got some bleeding that's making the red a little bit darker. I think ideally I would want to try to get rid of that. Of course, the more I'm looking at this swirl off to the side here, the more that's growing on me, but we'll see. So if I did a marble with just black and red, let me actually rinse off this brush just in case it's got covering on it, because apparently sometimes brushes have some sort of protective coating on them. And then let's just get like a little bit, and I mean, I'd want to like follow the contours of the water marble and just add in some highlights. I don't know if that's... I mean, is that like a cheat way of water marbling? I don't know. Or would I not want to do that many accents, or would I want to do something other than just a striped accent? Let me rinse this off a bit. Try the Misa. The Misa, of course, is the more yellow gold of the two. And you don't need... I just got like, I mean, tiny small drops here to test and work with. Like... I mean, I almost feel like in this case, the Essie is giving me more of the vibe that I want. But this, I mean, maybe if I like did like alternating sort of, I kind of like, I actually kind of like that. Like that side, it's on this side. Then maybe you go up like that. You could match it here. Or just like all kind of little doers, as Bob Ross would say. I don't dislike that either. Maybe the Essie is not necessarily in the lead if I were to go this route. Although I'm not like a huge fan of this route. We'll see. I think we have some options. Some definite options. Finally back to Sound to Construct to install a new HVAC system. Oh goodness. That's a grown-up Christmas present if ever I heard it, Anne. I know Luke maybe a couple months ago or so was dealing with that, and that's a huge expense and a huge, I mean, that's not like a 5-minute install, having somebody come do that in your house either. So congratulations on adulting today. You have my permission to completely do whatever you want the rest of the day. We've had some success, Anne, and some not so success. Like, we got quite a bit of marbling done, but some of it's weird and some of it's just not, like, not what I wanted. Let's zoom out a little bit. This one that I was just working on over here is because the gold was acting very weird. So I was seeing how just like lining a red and black design in gold would work. We've got this kind of weird looking spiral. We've got this weird looking thing, which at the same time I still kind of like it. It reminds me a lot of God, which one was that I did? And I just did the bullseye and then I just like scribbled a circle in it. But I didn't come to any final decision on any of these. And even like this one, even though we've got blending in the middle, as far as, of course, what colors even were those? Oh, that was, let me write myself a note here. That's the OPI over Orly. That's why that one was so weird, because it was a 2 combination one. That would probably be the winner for doing them all 3 together. But I feel like unless I change something in the pattern that reminds me so strongly, I think I have a design like that. Same color combination and everything already. So instead of doing possibly like the whole chevron on a nail, I would maybe want to concentrate on one of these little doobies on a nail. Cereal for dinner. They would probably enjoy that. As long as it's delicious cereal and not like plain Cheerios. Squirrels, these squirrels are insane today. And I just realized Beanie's out the window, that's why. He didn't completely ditch us. So, and it's kind of weird doing like multiple things in one stream. Like usually I'm testing and then recording for all the same thing. In this case, it's like it's completely different things. And I'm not sure, like when I archive this, does it even make sense to keep this together, or should I split this live stream into 2 parts on YouTube? I think I'm kind of leaning that direction. to have one part for all the testing that we just did, and then another part for okay, let's put the ones that we're gonna maybe use in this box. Oh my god, this phone, I really apologize, you guys. My phone, as you all know, is not usually ring this much. Hold on just a sec. This one actually is for me. Alrighty. Okay. Finish putting these away. All these over here. These in here. We are going to need a clean lid for the tutorial. So what do we... Hey! A clean lid, you guys, without even having to, like, clean it. You guys know that's pretty rare. I don't think maybe just around the edges here, we've got like a little bit of dust. Let's give it a little bit of swipe. And then I'm going to, okay, what am I going to need here? I'm going to need sponges. Do I still... I feel like I never put my sponges away last time, but I don't see them. Ah, there. Okay, sponges. We're going to need a detail brush, which we have. We're going to need Simply Peel. Hey, Mino. And hey, Luke. Yes, you are. In fact, I should change my title. I should change my title. Because we're no longer doing polish testing. We are actually doing a tutorial now. Snowy branches. Are they going to be snowy branches or snow-covered branches? I probably should check which is more trending. Sometimes I have my crap together and I actually do professional things like that and use like the better search term in my title. And then so we'll do this today, this being the branches. We'll do the water marble inspired by the branches tomorrow, which will be this water marble, this one I think I decided to go with. Is that over white? Oh, it's over Janessa. Good thing I left myself a little hint. And then midnight tutorials are the best. It's like a little bedtime story for you, Mino. And oh, I was gonna change my title. That's what I was doing. Day 1, snowy branches. I kind of like the way snow covered sounds better, but I'll have to look and see. Like I said, which has better search terms. And at some point in this area here, I think probably when I export this to YouTube, I am going to cut it in 2 pieces. So piece 1 will be all this testing, which this is testing for day 3 and 4, which is going to be, unless I change my mind last minute, like a dry brush Christmas tree sort of design. You can see some of them. They're hard to necessarily see unless you catch the reflection. We were having a lot of trouble finding a metallic gold that showed up over the black and that water marbled well. I'm still not fully completely happy. And then dry brushing is always just tricky. But I feel like we got a good start on it. So that start of the stream will be one archive on YouTube. Disclaimer, YouTube is not an archival service. Keep a copy of anything you upload there on your personal storage of some sort. Don't count on them to keep anything for you. PSA over. And then part 2, we'll split off separately, will be the extended tutorial for the branches.